There is one at the end, yes.
Sister Pimmels, det hele sammen.
It's rather unique the way this party is organized. If you look at the name tags on the tables that are going to be worn by people, they're assigned by color. And the Dortinus Ralphie family are all on blue name tags. And there are 7 colors representing the 7 brothers and sisters of Dortinus Ralphie, and these are all of the descendants of that family. And so it is really very historic that we see this collection of people that represent our heritage here in Denmark. It's confusion right now. People are getting organized, and I'll pick up the taping in another 10 minutes when people are all seated and busy visiting. And this is Evie, who has arranged this program. I'm going to try to pan in closer to her. That is Evie, and she is very busy right now helping people to get settled and to get organized. We're supposed to be eating.
Som jo kontakter 1997, og han har taget sin familie med, der er 20 amerikanere med herovre i år. Og som Roger sagde torsdag, at nu er det måske en tradition i Danmark her i Danmark, så vi fremover holder en årlig familiefest et eller andet sted i landet. Der er jo andre, der godt må tage over og gøre det næste år. Vi har prøvet at dele op i familiegrupper, så de kommer til at snakke med nogle, som normalt ikke snakker med, og også nogle, der heller ikke har snakket med før måske. Og så kan I få nogle kontakter og købe adresser, og så få et større kompetence til det. Der er nogle praktiske oplysninger, det er, at I jeg skrev til, at vi optræder, når I kom til jeres navn. Måske det fik vi ikke gjort, men jeg håber, at vi tænker alligevel. Jeres drikkevarer skal selv betale tjenerne, ikke? Og det er således, at man kan lave en regning for deres gruppe, så må jeg selv finde ud af, hvad jeg skal. Så er det så, at vi har ikke taget nogen gaver med til amerikanerne, så hvis det ikke rigtig vil finde på. Til gengæld så har jeg optrædet en lille smule mere, end det kostede.
We were having a typical Danish meal, and this will be explained to us as we go along. Each dish on the menu is toasted with schnapps or aquavit. Simply panning through the tables now to show you the people that are visiting.
Joe. Yes. And you are his favorite. It's easy to say that. Yes. But she is anyway. So I don't know. Well, you can't help it.
Nice to meet you. And what this is, I'll explain it to us that came over to the reunion. We'd like each family to have a copy and just read about us. No bad things. Any more? Okay.
Yeah.
I said he's getting your picture, so he has to smile now.
Smile.
There you go.
What do you think? What is the name of this little girl? What is her name?
Ida.
Ida. Is she a Ralphie? Oh yeah. Can you give me a smile?
Smile. Smile.
That looks like a Ralphie smile. Donna, will you, Donnie, introduce me to your friend here. Yes. I talked to you before.
America. And so yesterday we were down there. On that day we met a couple.
This is George Ralphie from Atlanta, Georgia. Correct? And are you his wife?
In the graveyard that were dressing gray.
And this is Audrey, his wife. And when did you come over from Atlanta?
Came last Monday.
Last Monday.
Leave on Friday.
You are. And are you enjoying your stay here?
Wonderful.
Yeah. And I met George's sisters. They're sitting at our table. Vita
Vita.
and Norma.
Caretaker of the church.
I won't be able to remember all these names.
Big family day. It's a very special day, and what I want to do right now is introduce each one of us that
We're
came
doing 3 tables at a
from the
time.
United States to be here today. First of all, as I introduce you, will put up your names, or I'll read your names. We have Glenn and Lois Ralphie. And in these histories that we gave you, it explains who they are and what family they're from and all that. And then we have Cheryl, her 2 daughters, Kelly and Nikki. And we have a Richard Ralphie. And we have a Gary Thurno and his daughter Sarah. And another daughter, Carissa and Kevin. And it's Kevin's birthday today. Carissa's birthday, I'm sorry, was Kevin's yesterday. We're the brother to Gary, or sister to Gary. And Peg and Fran, who are sister to Gary. And then there's me, and then we have Donald Ralphie. And then we have Tom and Joe Ralphie. And then we have Val and Elaine. And that's the 19 of us that came. Yeah, she recognizes it through a picture that she got.
From the 70s, who's known my grandmother.
Her name is Lila Ralphie Christiansen. And she has 4 children. Okay. Lila has 4 children. Deanna, Bianca, Karina, and Kenna. And they are here. And as Lila told me, they all live part of the family, grew up thinking they were the only Ralphies, and now they realize that they're one of many.
And Roger, this is a momentous moment for us because I'm taping this for a family reunion that's going to be taking place next Saturday back in the United States. And we will introduce this tape to the Ralphie in the United States. And they know nothing about this, so they will join in welcoming you to this family.
But we are waving to all the family.
So you can wait. And did you want to say something? Nope. You have a very pretty Ralphie smile. Today we visit the Citadel where our grandfather Dortinus served his country as a Lance Corporal trainee in the Danish Armed Services. Friday morning of August 8th, and it's the day after our big family day and Ralphie family day yesterday, and it was a momentous occasion. And we're out here at the Citadel, and we're starting a day of just visiting casually around Copenhagen. And Roger, reflect for a minute about yesterday. I know it was momentous for you.
Yesterday was an extremely wonderful day. Many new things learned. We met many people. Everyone was excited. Everyone thought it was the greatest day of ever. And this was the first reunion the Danes had ever had, and they were excited to continue it. And also, a lot of them are interested in partaking or joining us in the year 2001 in the United States. Today now we're at what I referred to as the Citadel. Dortinus Ralphie was a Lance Corporal pupil here at the time of Dad and Antoine's birth. This was an establishment for compulsory one-year military training in the Field Artillery of Denmark. So we're going to tour this facility, remembering that in 1885, this was where Grandpa Ralphie was taking his military, or fulfilling his military duties.
Okay, we're going to walk inside the Citadel and tour around. I'll shoot a few casual shots just to give you a flavor of where our ancestors served their term in the military of Denmark. The changing of the guard here. Now I'm just taking a panorama shot of the buildings here. These would probably be the barracks and some of the general quarters. This is probably a parade ground right here. And you notice a windmill in the background of this building, and there's some more barracks over there. And that was probably the headquarters of the commander of the post here. You notice this building that we're coming onto right here looks like it was built in 1725. Maybe the general quarters for the commander of the post here. And I'm going to take a picture of the flag, although it's raining. I may get the lens all wet here. Danish flag flying here at this post, and then looking back down to the entrance where we came into this area and the changing of the guard. In this balustrade or high ground here, we'll see an old-fashioned windmill. And there's a moat that completely surrounds this citadel, and there is a black sheep. There's probably a black sheep in every... Elaine, what's that? Is that a church over there?
Well, I don't know.
be a church or a
I
castle.
doubt it because there's no cross on the top.
Could be a castle then, huh?
Looks to me like a castle. It's more a castle.
Okay, we'll call it a castle.
He says it takes one to know one.
There's a jackass down there. Now I wonder who that reminds you of. I'll leave that to your imagination. I don't think that's any family relative. He's sure looking us over. Back to this church now. If you'll notice, heads over the door, it says 1880. Now, do you suppose that this is a church that our Grandpa Dortinus attended when he was in the service here? Final day of our trip to Denmark, we made a special trip to the St. Stephen's Church in Copenhagen, where the Dortinus Rauthi family worshipped and where Walter Rauthi and Anton Rauthi were baptized.
St. Stephen's.
It's correction at St. Stephen's Church, and that door's open. Go find out if anybody's there. This is the baptismal font. There is no inscription on there indicating the date that piece was made, but it is very old. It looks like it's been around for quite a long time. I'm sitting here in the front pew with Dick, and we agree that this is really a very impressive and a very memorable moment when you're sitting kind of in the area where your ancestors and where your forebears were living and worshipped. This ends a most memorable trip by the U.S. Rauthi delegation as we travel to Denmark to explore our roots and to attend the first ever Rauthi Family Day on August 7th, 1999. Through this video, these experiences may be relived many times. It was a most memorable trip. We look forward to the second Rauthi Family Day in August 2001. We invite all Danish Rauthi relatives to plan to be with us in the United States at Redwood Falls, Minnesota at that time.